Ashe, beautiful souls. I hope that you are doing well. In this video today, I would like to talk about children, fatherhood, and motherhood. I myself am a father of two beautiful young boys. Many of you have met them and know them and have seen some of their little tarot readings that they do on YouTube, and they are my greatest teachers. There is no one on this earth that has taught me more than them. And I want to share some things with you. Look, I have quite a unique way of approaching fatherhood. And yeah, I feel like it feels very aligned to share with you some of the knowledge and wisdom that has been shared with me. And so what's become really clear to me is that children are not really interested in being parented. For them, it's a very disturbing, distorted energy. And typically children will not respond well to being parented. And so I am of the perspective that children don't need parenting. They certainly don't want it. And it's, choosing this perspective and this approach to fatherhood or motherhood can create some extremely difficult and challenging circumstances. So if you're someone who desires harmony in your relationships with the children that you have been blessed with, then this video is for you. And my approach, which I want to share with you to fatherhood, children are blessings from the divine. They are divine gifts that are bestowed upon us, those of us who are worthy for that experience. And so if you have been blessed with children in your life, don't take that for granted. That is such a... they are walking miracles, and just such a beautiful blessing from the divine. So the reason why I don't parent, the children that I have been blessed with, is because I honor their own sovereignty. And I'm not interested in manifesting a narcissistic relationship with them. I'm not interested in having possession over them. I'm not interested in owning my children. I'm not interested in controlling them in any way. I honor their sovereignty. I honor their freedom. And so I don't parent the children that I have been blessed with. I hold a high frequency for the children that I've been blessed with. And I create a sacred container of safety, emotional safety, for them to thrive within if they would like. I always give them the choice. I never project anything onto my children. I never force anything onto them. I'm very careful to let them formulate their own perception of reality, of their own selves, who they are. I'm always there to answer questions. Children have lots of questions, which is a really beautiful thing. But mainly I'm there to hold a high frequency, to be a role model, to answer their questions, and to hold this feeling, this energy of safety within the container that I hold for them. So, and I have no interest, and I'm very careful not to manifest narcissistic energy in these relationships with children, because we're very programmed to do that, and it's not anyone's fault. It's the programming of this 3D reality. The 3D matrix very much programs us into believing that we have to control our children, and that just leads to abuse and an unhealthy relationship, a toxic relationship with our children, which I am not interested in at all. I desire to have healthy relationships with my children, and I don't have any interest in owning them or possessing them, controlling them, abusing them. I honor their sovereignty, their freedom. I honor them as unique beings. And so I hold a high frequency for them, and children very much see their father or their mother as a god or a goddess. And so you are their God until they realize themselves as God, as the divine. And so really we are here to this powerful opportunity here for those of us who have been blessed with children. The opportunity here is to initiate our children into higher levels of consciousness and remembering, and walk them home and allow them to unravel any karma that they have brought with them from previous incarnations, parallel realities and incarnations. All of our children, when they come into this reality, bring with them, they've been on adventures in other dimensions, other realities, before they incarnate into the current one. And so they bring with them, as we all do, karma, which, they come here for the opportunity to untangle themselves from their own karma and alchemize any karma from previous incarnations. And so we can create a feeling of safety, an energetic container of emotional safety, so that they feel safe to step into that and allow the alchemy to take place, so that they can remember their true selves and step into their full potential in this timeline, into their own freedom and sovereignty, their own potential. Children come here to fulfill their potential, and if they have chosen you to be their custodian, their guardian throughout that process, then that is very sacred and special. And there comes a great responsibility with that agreement, that soul contract. So the way that I see it is that my children do not belong to me. They belong to no one. They belong to themselves. They belong to the divine. They are the divine, as are you, as we all are, and we are all walking each other home. I'm very careful with the language that I use around this. I try not to use the words my children, but if I do use that language, I'm conscious to remember that it's not a possession thing. I don't possess my children. They don't belong to me. They belong to no one. And they are gifts from the divine, blessings from the divine, which have been bestowed upon me. Okay, so I try and stay in that sort of energy, that frequency, that remembering, And that has manifested such beautiful, deep soul connections with my children. It's hard to put into words and explain the depth of my soul connections with my children. I have interdimensional, multi-dimensional connections, memories. The relationships that I have with my children are so deep, so magic, so enchanted. I am always with my children. We live in the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of the living Yeshua, forever into eternity. Even when they are not physically with me, they are with me metaphysically, in the astral, in the celestial, the ethereal. And I live forever with my children in the kingdom, forever honoring their uniqueness. And no one can ever take that away from me. People have tried to, and I have been on that journey, and the divine initiated me very powerfully into this remembering through a series of very extreme trials and tribulations, including going to prison and being separated from them for a period of about 6 months, which was very brutal and traumatic for my character, my avatar, my ego, but it led to the most powerful ego death that I've ever experienced, and this realization and remembering of the kingdom and the kingdom within. And so as a result of my unique experiences, I have developed a really unique perspective, and it's really beautiful and sacred to me, and I would love to share it with all of you because it has brought me so much peace. And I used to be very dysregulated within my nervous system. That some of the experiences I've been through, I wrestled with my own mental health for several decades, searching for higher truth, wrestling with fallen angels and distortion, and working through karmic relationships and untangling my own karma so that I could get to this point. The other thing I want to say is that we are all the shamans of our own soul, and so as shamans, we are here to initiate our children into becoming the shaman of their own soul as well. So having children is a unique experience. Not everyone gets to experience it in this lifetime, on this timeline. And so if you are blessed enough to have children in your life, then just enjoy every moment and be present in every moment with them, and just make that your number one priority, the numero uno in your life, because it is the most sacred thing that we get to experience here, having children and building relationships with our children and passing on our legacy and passing on higher wisdom and knowledge. And this is how we become immortal, realizing that we become our children and we live through them. And I put a post on Instagram today, actually on Facebook, Ash Bodhi Tarot, explaining how 1 + 1 does not equal 2. 1 + 1 equals infinite possibilities. And a mother and father coming together to have children is a powerful example of this, because a mother and a father can have a child, multiple children, who then can have children themselves and more children, and that goes on forever and is infinitely expansive. 1 + 1 equals infinity. And this is how we access our immortality, by remembering that we are not separate from our children. We are our children, they are us, we are them. And what's happening there is very sacred and eternal, and they help us to remember our true selves as the divine. As we help them, we walk each other home and we bring each other to the kingdom for the reunion of our soul family, and we heal the lineage. We heal the ancestral lineage. We do the work. The work is remembering and surrendering to the divine, to higher truths. And yeah, it's so beautiful. So let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Let me know if you'd like to see more.